In the heart of an ancient, whispering jungle, where sunlight dappled through a canopy of emerald green, lived a wise old owl named Hoot. Hoot wasn't just any owl. He was the keeper of all the forest's knowledge, a living library of stories, secrets, and solutions. His home, a hollow in the oldest baobab tree, was a sanctuary for creatures seeking guidance. From the tiniest beetle to the grandest elephant, all respected Hoot's wisdom, which he shared freely, believing knowledge was a river that should flow for everyone. But not everyone was content to simply ask. Slither, a long and cunning python, watched from the shadows with envious eyes. He saw the respect and admiration Hoot commanded and craved it for himself. Slither believed that wisdom wasn't something to be shared, but something to be possessed, a treasure that would make him the most powerful creature in the entire jungle. He grew tired of asking for scraps of knowledge. He wanted the whole source. He would not ask for wisdom. He decided he would take it. One evening, as the moon cast a silvery glow over the jungle, Slither put his plan into motion. He slithered silently up the great baobab tree, his scales barely making a sound against the rough bark. He found Hoot perched on his favorite branch, his large, intelligent eyes half closed in meditation. "Good evening, Hoot," Slither hissed, his voice smooth as silk. "I've come with a question that only the wisest can answer." Hoot opened his eyes fully, his gaze calm and steady. "Ask, Slither. Knowledge is for all." Slither smiled, a cold, thin smile. "It is said you hold all the wisdom of this forest. But is wisdom a thing? Can it be held? Can it be seen?" It was a trick question, designed to confuse the old owl. Hoot simply blinked. "Wisdom is not a thing to be held, Slither. It is a way of seeing. It is the light, not the lamp." This answer infuriated Slither. He was tired of riddles. He wanted a tangible prize. With a sudden lunge, he coiled his powerful body around the owl, pinning his wings. "Enough of your games, old bird," he hissed, his voice losing its silky tone. "I will have your wisdom. Tell me where you keep it, or I will squeeze the life from you." Hoot remained surprisingly calm, even as the python's grip tightened. He looked Slither directly in the eye. "You cannot take what is not there, Slither," Hoot said, his voice a little strained. "My wisdom is not in a box or a book. It is in the rustle of the leaves, the journey of the river, the patience of the mountain. It is learned through listening, not taking. It is earned through experience, not force." Slither squeezed harder, convinced the owl was lying. "Lies! Everyone knows you are the source." "Give it to me." As Slither's coils tightened, a strange thing began to happen. The python, so focused on his prize, had trapped himself. His long body was now a tangled knot around the owl in the branch. He had put all his energy into capturing Hoot, leaving himself completely immobilized. He tried to uncoil, to move, but he was stuck fast. Panic began to replace his arrogance. He was trapped by his own greed. Seeing the python struggle, Hoot spoke again, his voice gentle. "You see, Slither? In your attempt to steal wisdom, you have only shown your lack of it. You have trapped yourself. True wisdom would have told you that you cannot possess the wind or own the sunrise. And you cannot steal understanding." Slither's struggles ceased. The truth of Hoot's words washed over him, cold and sharp. He had been a fool. Defeated and exhausted, Slither finally whispered, "Help me, Hoot. I was wrong." A small, wise smile touched Hoot's beak. He began to patiently instruct the python, telling him which muscle to relax, which coil to shift, guiding him out of the mess he had created. It took a long time, but slowly, painstakingly, Slither managed to untangle himself. He slid to the forest floor, feeling humbled and weak. He looked up at the old owl, shamefaced. "Thank you, Hoot," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "I understand now. Wisdom cannot be stolen." Hoot nodded. "Go now, Slither, and remember this lesson. The path to wisdom begins not with a desire to take, but with a willingness to learn. From that day on, Slither was a changed snake. He was still cunning, but he was no longer arrogant. He became a listener, an observer, and sometimes he would even visit Hoot, not to take, but to ask. He learned that the greatest wisdom was knowing just how much he had yet to learn. And so, the story of the snake who tried to steal wisdom became a legend in the jungle, a tale told to young ones to remind them that knowledge isn't a treasure to be hoarded, but a light to be shared. It's a journey, not a destination, and it's a path we must all walk with open minds and humble hearts. What do you think is the biggest lesson from this story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the Whispering Jungle.